From the Phantom Studio, somewhere south of Victoria Island, this is NQL, not quite legal, not quite live, but definitely real. And I am your host, David Miller, bringing you the news from music lovers on Facebook. And that news is that today is December 30th, 2024. The time in Arizona is currently 8:19 a.m. And the other news is a new playlist has been created and will post at noon today on Music Lovers. And that playlist is The Color of Silence. What to say about silence? There's actually a lot that could be said for silence. You'll find in the playlist that silence is viewed both in a negative connotation and in positive ways. Silence is, silence. In the negative, the silence is the silence of someone not saying, not talking. Couples not talking to each other. Is that silence? The silence of not telling a boss about someone's misbehavior, I guess. Could be. Positive silence. There's just too much noise in the world going on as it is. And for that reason, Tammy and I, my wife and I, have agreed to practice another 40 days of silence, starting on New Year's Day. And now that doesn't mean that doesn't mean we're going to be totally silent with each other, not talking. We will still be talking with each other. That's part of it. But just cutting out the excess electronics, trying to cut back on television as much as possible, maybe allow an hour for news just to see if maybe the bomb was dropped somewhere. But otherwise, have total electronic silence. We'll stay off from our phones as much as possible. Keep them turned on in case of emergency calls. We may need to communicate with friends or family in an emergency, or if friends and family have an emergency that we need to be aware of. But otherwise, we will not use our phones. I will try to be more silent as far as postings on Facebook. I will continue to do the weekly playlist. We agreed that we're allowed that. But otherwise, through most of our day, we are going to be silent. Part of that is kind of based on the biblical concept of silence and being still. If you have a lot of noise going on, you can't hear God's voice. And so that's part of what we are going to be doing is listening for God's voice. Also during that, we are going to begin a Bible study. And just kind of a personal between the two of us. Just sitting down to study the Bible. If you want to follow us, can. I can share more about that if you'd like, because our pattern for the Bible study is going to be actually a youth or children-oriented Bible called Day by Day Bible, and it suggests daily readings from the Bible, and we are going to use that as our pattern for study. So during our 40 days of silence and beyond, beginning with our 40 days of silence, we will study the Bible beginning in Genesis and working our way through I keep wanting to say Exodus. I know it's not Exodus. Revelation, the entire Bible. So there's that announcement, that bit of news too. So in the playlist, Color of Silence, and that will be posting at noon. And the text list, the typed up list, will post at 10 a.m. today on Music Lovers. So there you have it. Happy New Year. Have a good life. And I will see you in the future.